Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, get through to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good evening, DES race fans. Back with you again for some more DES race action. Tonight we've got the Monster Mile at Dover Motor Speedway, 150 laps. And ooh, is it gonna be fun. Short track action is always great. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the starting grid. This is Jonathan Medlin here with you, by the way, filling in for Damon in the broadcast department and calling the race tonight. Got Albert Williams in first on the pole with Todd Perront to his outside for row 1. Then we got Tom Ringer in third and Mark Holloway in fourth, finishing out row 2. Then we got Jamie Howell in fifth, Christian Clark in sixth for row 3. Then we got Austin Knight in the 7 machine starting in 7th, and then Brian Sousa in 8th, finishing out row 4. Row 5 is starting 9th, Ryan Frank, and then John Crosby to the outside in 10th. Gary Bergeron in 11th, and Max Denda in 12th. Then we got Brandon Hinton in 13th, and Jonathan Geist in 14th. Thomas Long in 15th, Jeff Denda and the Big Green Machine in 16th, finishing out row 8. And then row 9 finishing out the field, we got Craig Knoll. And we are about to get things started here in just a moment with some live racing action. Again, we are at Dover Motor Speedway for the Monster Mile run. So it's going to be an interesting night of racing. As you all know, short track racing gets it gets to be kind of hairy at times, but we like it like that here at DES. Although we don't like to see all the wrecks and the cautions. You know, we like to see good, clean racing, but it should be a good, clean night tonight. and we are looking forward to getting into some action. It's going to be a mixture tonight of broadcast and track mic, so you're going to get to hear a little bit of the drivers running as we go green, and we get a nice jump out to the front by Albert Williams in the 18 machine, Todd Perront in second, Mark Holloway in third, Howell is in fourth, and Christian Clark bringing up in the fifth spot. Running out the top 10 is Austin Knight in sixth, John Crosby in the 73 machine in seventh, Brian Sousa in eighth, Jonathan Geist in ninth, and Gary Bergeron in 10th. So we're going to get a look up here at Albert Williams in just a moment. In that front to the pack run. And we've got the 69 of Todd Perront kind of just holding to that back outside bumper of Williams, but Williams is going to move it high, try to set up the block, and trying to hold on to that first place position right there. And he's running pretty clean right now, running about 2 to 3 tenths of a second faster than Todd Perront. And then, of course, Todd Perront and Christian Clark got about a 6/10, 7/10 of a second split between them and the rest of the pack. So Christian Clark is definitely trying to make a move to close the gap between himself and Todd Perront and tighten up this first, second, third race right here. And that's pretty much where it's going to lie for the top three at the moment. We'll get a look back here towards Mark Holloway and the rest of the pack and see how things are going for them. Mark Holloway there leading the rest of the pack and got a little bit of a gap between them, about a second gap between himself and the fifth place of Austin Knight. And we'll skip back here and take a look at Austin Knight and the pack that's behind. Got a nice little push on the back end of Austin Knight from John Crosby. Behind Crosby is, of course, Brian Sousa and then Jonathan Geist in the 32 machine. We're going to take it over to track mic for a little bit and let y'all watch some good, clean racing action here at DES at the Monster Mile in Dover. Well, as you can see, John Crosby is making moves through the field. He's already passed Austin Knight to get himself into up into fifth place, and now he just made the pass on the 56 machine of Mark Holloway, putting himself up in fourth and making his move to the backside of Christian Clark, who is trying right now to get around Todd Perront. So we're going to take a look at that battle here. And the 99 of Christian Clark moving into second, passing up Todd Perront. So he is making strides to try to catch up now to Albert Williams, who has got about a 2.3, 2.4 second lead over the rest of the pack. And he is just kind of sitting out in front, cruising at the moment. We'll take a look at his car. And we'll actually even go in cockpit with him. And you can see his tachometer there. I mean, he's just doing everything he can to just run clean. He's up in front of the pack there, and actually you can see you can see the end of the pack that he's coming around on. That'll, if he makes the pass on them, take them a lap down. But this is a short track, so there is definitely the opportunity to see things like that happen. Todd Perront leading the pack, Albert Williams leading the pack, like I say, with a almost 3-second lead over Christian Clark now. So the battle is definitely back here with Clark and Crosby for the second and third place, as Crosby has cleared Todd Perront as well. So, you know, Crosby starting back in the back towards the middle of the pack, making his way up and getting behind Christian Clark. And now, I mean, he's making a push to get around Christian Clark. And we all know John Crosby is a fast runner. Of course, normally Jordan Tross is the one that runs these Gen 4s hard, but Crosby's up here in the front of the pack, and he's on the backside of Christian Clark for that second and third battle. And Christian Clark gets up into the wall. That opens up the door for John Crosby to just slam past him. Excuse me. And make his way on up the track, trying to close off that 4-second gap that Albert Williams has put up there. So unfortunate for Christian Clark, who was doing a good job of holding Crosby off, slamming into the wall like that, and then pushing him back into third, and putting John Crosby in good position in second place. Mark Holloway in fourth, Todd Perront in fifth, Brian Sousa all the way up to sixth, Gary Bergeron in seventh, Austin Knight in eighth. He's dropped back a little bit. Howell in ninth, and Max Denda in 10th. Craig Knoll in 11th. Brandon Hinton is up into 12th. Ryan Frank in 13th. Jeff Denda in 14th, and Jonathan Geist in 15th, rounding out the top 15. We're going to take it back to the track mic and let y'all enjoy watching some racing. We're going to get middle of the pack for a little bit and let y'all watch some of these battles back here in the back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for the grayed out paint schemes there for a moment. We forgot to turn on trading paints, and yeah, we was running all of their stock runs there. So now you guys can actually see their actual paint schemes that they're running. So we do apologize for that technical difficulty, but we got that fixed and enjoyed some great racing here at Dover. And we're taking a look now up here with the 60 car of Brian Sousa, who is trying to make a pass on, or make his way towards Crosby. He's made his way around the DuPont car. And I am not sure actually who is in the DuPont car, but I think that's going to be Gary Bergeron, and Holloway just made a pass on him. So Mark Holloway is in fourth now, with Brian Sousa moving his way all the way up into third. And I'm not sure what's happened to Christian Clark, but he is all the way back in 14th. He's, after he hit the wall there, he just kind of fell off a little bit and fell on back. So kind of curious as to how much damage he got on his car there. But Brian Sousa is coming up around some lap traffic here, and gonna keep holding his place in third. Albert Williams, though, has set the tempo in this race, but John Crosby is making a fight to close that gap. He's got it down now from what was at one point in time a 10-second gap down to about a 7.5 second. So he's really working on closing off that gap, John Crosby is, and trying to make his way towards Albert Williams, who is just, got a great start in the beginning, and with 43 laps into a 150 lap race, I mean, he is absolutely just at a dominating pace and holding it up front now. He's coming up on the 18 car And, you know, I mean, he set his pace, he got up there, and I say he's moving in on the 18 car, and he is in the 18 car, but he has just set a dominant pace. He's, you know, lapping, he's already put a lap around Geist and Christian Clark, who at one point in time was running all the way up in second place there behind Albert Williams. And we just heard the 32 car of Jonathan Geist is going to be entering into pit road. So these guys are going to start cycling in right now, topping off some fuel, taking tires. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, how the front of the pack cycles in. Right now, the 18 of Albert Williams is coming up behind the big green machine of Jeff Denda, that 84 machine, and knowing Jeff Denda the way that we do, he's probably gonna take to either the high side or the low side, and let Williams go ahead and get around him, and yeah, he dips to the low side, lets Williams take the high side. Williams goes on around, that puts Jeff Denda a lap down. And now moving in on the 77 of Ryan Frank. So he has set a pace, and he has not let up on it. And even though he's up here in this traffic, it's still hard for John Crosby to get up there and work around. I mean, he's got the pace back up to about an eight second lead there over John Crosby. So Albert Williams really making a move and making a push, wanting to close this one out with a win. John Crosby is still going to fight, though. We know John Crosby's a fighter. Brian Sousa in third, Mark Holloway in fourth, and rounding out the top five is Howell. So, gonna take it back to the track, Mike, for a little while, and let y'all watch some more racing action.
Thank you, sister.
third, don't watch pitting.
.48 hitting this time, hitting this time. Pitting. Dang, John, I don't know how you have that much fuel.
It's all hacked. Somebody's coming in, sorry.
And as everybody has been cycling in and out of the pits, we can see that Jeff Dinda right now in first, as looks like Crosby may have been entering into the pits. Albert Williams in second. Crosby currently in third. Brian Sousa in fourth, and Brian Sousa just slipped into third. Crosby in fourth. Mark Holloway in fifth. Howell in sixth. Howell up into fifth, Max into sixth, Bergeron in seventh. Once Hinton comes around, Hinton will be in eighth, and then Austin Knight into ninth.
84
10th.
pitting this time.
And we just heard from the track, Mike, that the 84 of Jeff Dinda is going to be pitting. And we have a caution out. Oh, we have an incident right here.
What happened there, Max?
Looks like Max Dinda was involved in that.
Just came out from under me.
So we're
I don't know
gonna
if it was an error situation of there being two cars on each side of me or what, but
come back around and see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, it looks like the 84 of Jeff Dinda and the 48 of Max Dinda got into each other there. We're gonna take a roll back here and take a look at this. See if we can see where they get into each other.
sorry. I have no idea what was going on there.
Back it up a little bit more here and take a look at this. Oh, Max gets sideways and comes down. And Jeff's just not able to check up in time. And Max and Jeff get into each other. It's a little father and son incident there on the track. So we will take it back live. And right now we're going to jump in with Albert Williams, who is the race lead, as we've got 68 of 150 laps in the books. So in this caution, we've got Albert Williams in first, Brian Sousa in second, Mark Holloway in third, Howell in fourth, Gary Bergeron in fifth, Jeff Denda is in sixth currently, John Crosby in seventh, who just moved into sixth, Brandon Hinton in eighth, Ryan Frank in ninth, and Christian Clark rounding out the top 10. And everybody before Ryan Frank, so from Williams to Brandon Hinton, everybody is on the lead lap. So from Ryan Frank on down to Max Denda is one lap down, and Jonathan Geis and Craig Knoll both 2 laps down right now. So we're going to take it to track mic for you for a moment, and we'll be back with you right before we go green. And we are about to go back green. And Albert Williams is going to be controlling the start here, and he gets a good jump out in front of Brian Sousa, and he is going to continue to throw down a dominating performance here as he just absolutely gets a great launch off the line there. And he has been running really hot tonight. Brian Sousa in second, Bergeron in third, Holloway in fourth, Howell in fifth, Crosby back in sixth, Hinton in seventh, Jeff Denda in eighth, Todd Perront in ninth, and Max Denda in 10th. So the one that we want to look at right now is Bergeron, because he is putting a push towards the backside of Brian Sousa's car and running pretty fast. I mean, he has climbed up through the field, and he is pushing down towards Brian Sousa, trying to get into position to make a pass and take that second place position away from Sousa, push Sousa into third. But you can't count on, because you got Mark Holloway and James Howell right behind them battling out. And then, of course, Crosby in sixth, and Crosby's going to try to make a good push for Howell and Holloway and them to get back up in that top three pack as well. So we're going to leave it right here and let you watch this battle between Sousa and Bergeron. and we're going to take it back to track Mike for a little while.
I'll let you go on the bottom, Brandon.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, Craig. Sir?
Ready.
I wouldn't mind that. I forgot to change tires, so these are the same ones from when I went on that little slide.
I had to fit earlier. I was meatball, man. I had 0% on my right front.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I ran out of gas now, man. Only at 35.
Is that why my truck is always out of gas?
And as we're watching right there, John Crosby trying to get in around Mark Holloway for the battle for fifth. He does get around Mark Holloway, but it's only because Mark Holloway got into the wall just a little bit and got a little bit loose there, and John Crosby was able to slide on by. Now John Crosby is making his way towards Howell to make the move into the top four, as Crosby has solidified himself into the top five for right now. So we've got some good battles going on back here in the back of the pack. But right now, Williams with a 1.7 second lead over Brian Sousa, who is in second. Gary Bergeron in third. John Crosby making the pass on... Yes, he does. Makes the pass on Howell, move into fourth, and Howell now in fifth. Holloway in sixth, Hinton in seventh, Jeff Dinda in eighth, Todd Perront in ninth, separating father and son, with Max Dinda being in 10th. And that might be a good thing that Todd Perront is kind of mediating between the two of them, because after this race, Max might be grounded for life after getting into his dad in the earlier incident. 91 laps of 150 in the books, and Albert Williams just laying down a absolutely dominant performance here at Dover, and showing that he has what it takes to run these short tracks and run them good. So now Crosby's going to slide on around Max Dinda.
Yeah, thank you.
Who is now going to be a lap down. And I think Jeff Dinda is the final car in the 8th spot, who is actually still on the lead lap. Crosby in 4th, trying to make his way towards Gary Bergeron, who is in 3rd. We're going to go ahead and take a look up here at the front of the pack and see who Albert Williams is putting under threat to send a lap down now. And it doesn't look like much of anybody at the moment. He has already passed Todd Perront, putting Todd Perront a lap down. Just heard Jonathan Geis say that he was going to be entering the pits. So 95 laps down, and it is about time for that second cycle as we near the 50 lap to go mark. So Albert Williams is got a 3-second lead right now, 2.9 to 3-second lead over Brian Sousa, and then of course a 2 to 3 second gap there between Sousa and Bergeron.
Thank you.
Crosby back there looking to put Gary Bergeron under threat. So we'll take it back there and go back to track Mike for a little bit.
Pushing my button.
Say hi.
Thank you. Five-car pitting this lap.
And right now you can see the 18 car of Albert Williams coming up on Jeff Dinda, who is the last one on the lead lap, and he has just gone a lap down. So now the 60 of Brian Sousa would be the next one under threat of going a lap down. Austin Knight, as you can see, coming back up onto the track from the pits. Albert Williams has just led an absolutely dominating race tonight. He has stayed out in front of the pack most of the night, and he has kept anywhere between an 8 to 10 second lead over the rest of the pack. John Crosby in second, 8.5 seconds right now behind Albert Williams. Howell is another 5 or so seconds behind John Crosby, and then Mark Holloway, Jeff Dinda, and the 84 machine a lap down. So your top 4 right now are the only ones on the lead lap. So with 115 laps down this time around, everybody is probably praying for a caution. I know at the moment Jeff Dinda probably is. That way he could get the lucky dog and get back on that lead lap. But actually now we're looking at it. John Crosby and Albert Williams are the only two on the lead lap. Because we've had a couple more go into the pits to get fuel and fresh tires, trying to set up to finish out this race. So there you have it. Albert Williams is just absolutely dominating Dover. John Crosby is trying to do everything he can to try and catch up to Albert Williams, but Albert Williams has just had a phenomenal pace, hitting stride on his lines all night, staking that low side, trying to save tires, and yet have some good speed, and he has definitely been able to do it. Austin Knight right now trying to come up and pass by Albert Williams and gain a lap back, and he is able to do that. That put him to where he is only 3 laps down instead of 4 laps down. So everybody right now is pretty much trying to fight Albert Williams and John Crosby to get laps back and get back up there to where they're on the lead lap. But it's an interesting race when you only have two people on the lead lap, and you still have quite a few cars out on the track. But Albert Williams and John Crosby are the two, 1 and 2 on the lead lap. So we're gonna take it back to track Mike for a little while and let you guys continue to enjoy some great racing here at Dover.
Thanks, Jeff.
You want the inside or outside top?
Inside.
Yeah, come on by.
Sorry, Mark, didn't see it coming.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
That was fun. That was like a moving chicane.
Staying high.
.48 sitting in. I'm pitting this time, bud.
Didn't hear you. Sorry. Pitting.
Give me the bottom.
Well, I missed how it happened, but somehow John Crosby has made his way into the lead. Jeff Dinda in second. Albert Williams has slipped all the way back to third. Brian Sousa back on the lead lap, and Brandon Hinton in fifth on the lead lap. Gary Bergeron in sixth and Howell in seventh, also on the lead lap. And Mark Holloway has now made himself back into the lead lap. So we have folks finally starting to get back on the lead lap here, and right now you can see Albert Williams, who has looks like made his way back to first.
No, I was just trying something different. Screwed me.
Crosby now down into fourth.
84 is pitting this time. Green Machine is pitting this time.
And then we hear on track Mike 84 of Jeff Dinda, who is in fifth, is going to be pitting this time around. I'm going to say Albert Williams had made a pit stop and is now back out on the track. Now being back out on the track, that's why folks were able to get back onto the lead lap, and some of the ones that were 2 laps down, getting down to 1 lap down. Albert Williams, though, is back in first. Again, Brian Sousa in second. John Crosby has slipped back down to third. Brandon Hinton in fourth, and Gary Bergeron in fifth to round out the top 5. So this has definitely been an interesting race. Go back here. Let's see. Go back here and take a look. Around 5th, 6th place. You can see that Howell is trying to make a move in on Gary Bergeron right now. Oh no, that's not Howell that was trying to make that move. Looks like somebody maybe trying to get back get back in front of him, fighting to get back on lead lap. Jeff Dinda making his way out of the pits and battling here with Howell.
Yeah, I did see it coming there. Almost got my pants.
Jeff Dinda is currently 2 laps down. Max Dinda 2 laps down as well, and Austin Knight as well. Todd Tront, Christian Clark, and Mark Holloway all 1 lap down, and then 6th place. Howell is the final one on the lead lap. Take a look up here. Brandon Hinton. Oh, Crosby slides down off onto the apron, and he will elect to take to the pits. That's going to move Brandon Hinton into third. As we saw, Brandon Hinton was trying to come in on the backside there behind John Crosby to make a pass on him. Crosby got a little loose, slid down onto the apron, and allowed for Brandon Hinton, who we are watching now, to get around. Looks like right behind him is Thomas Long.
Oh, say hi.
Oh. Thomas Long's back here towards the back of the pack. Brandon Hinton right now in third place, trying to make his way up here around Austin Knight, who is going to be lapsed traffic for Hinton. And he makes the pass there. Brian Sousa currently running in second and running. He's still 10 seconds behind Albert Williams, who has just had a phenomenal pace all night. Hinton trying to close in on the 6 car to Brian Sousa. And we've still got people, drivers trying to fight to get back to the lead lap as well. Ooh, getting a little sideways there. Getting into the wall is the Polaroid car. Brian Sousa still just running a clean line, trying to hold on to that second place. And here comes the 73 trying to make his way back to get onto the lead lap, as he is 2 laps down, but he just passed by Brian Sousa and is moving rapidly towards the race leader of Albert Williams. Go on board here with John Crosby for a moment. Crosby is 2 laps down, but again, he's trying to make his way up there to get on the lead lap. Gary Bergeron just got passed up by Albert Williams, going a lap down.
I like this.
Go up here and take a look with Albert Williams as he makes his way around the track. You can see how he just comes cleanly into and out of those turns and just continues to hold a good line, hold good speed. His last lap was a 23.779. His fastest lap was a 22.902. So you can tell that as the tires have wore down a little bit, his lap speed has slowed down, but it hasn't slowed down a whole lot. He continues to hold good speed even through them turns, coming out of the turns, just getting on the accelerator at the right moment, keeping good control of these Gen 4 cars. And he has led 140 of the laps with 2 laps to go. It looks like it's going to be Mr. Albert Williams as the race winner. Brian Sousa in third. Brandon Hinton will take Brian Sousa in second, and Brandon Hinton to take third. Jamie Howell will be in fifth, and Gary Bergeron Howell in fourth, and Bergeron in fifth. That is provided. No, it is already over. He has done it. Albert Williams with a clean race, taking first place. And again, Sousa in second, Brandon Hinton in third, Howell in fourth, Bergeron in fifth, Mark Holloway in sixth, Todd Perront in seventh, Christian Clark in eighth, John Crosby in ninth, Max Dinda in 10th, 11th is Austin Knight, Jeff Dinda in 12th, Thomas Long in 13th, Jonathan Geist in 14th, Craig Knoll winding out the top 15 of tonight's race. Again, it was Dover, the Monster Mile, 150 laps. Right there is your winner, Mr. Albert Williams. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Tomorrow night, check in with us. We'll have Legacy and Premier Trucks, and then, of course, Next Gen on Sunday night. Thank you to everybody for coming out and watching DES Race Action. Glad to be back with you this weekend, and we will see y'all next time. Have a wonderful night.